Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at ARKK. Now this is ARK Innovations ETF. Now there's been a lot of momentum, a lot of steam, and also a lot of people freaking out about this ETF because this thing went from $33 all the way up to highs here, pretty much $160. So it more than doubled in value in less than a year. And then we've had crazy sell-off from $160 all the way down to about $104, breaking below 100 for a short period. So a lot of people are freaking out, saying that this ETF is doomed. So we're going to kind of shed some light on one, what's going on, two, how should you invest, and three, pretty much everything you need to know for investing in this ETF. So first, let's actually look at the holdings here. So you guys can see the top holding is Tesla. We have Teladoc Health, Roku, Square, Zoom, Shopify, Zillow, Spotify, and a lot of other software and really disruptive companies here. This ETF tendency, it has anywhere from 35 to 55 holdings in it. You guys can see right there. The performance on this thing is absolutely crazy, with the 1 year being 175%, but the year to date's -4, the 3 month is -4. So really, a lot of people are really worried about this ETF because it's one of the most sought after ETFs right now. So I honestly think the reason why we've seen a lot of sell-off in this is because the top holdings in this, they've seen a lot of sell-off lately. So you guys can see, let's look at Tesla. So we have TSLA here. You guys can see crazy amount of sell-off. This chart looks very similar to what? ARK's. Let's look at Roku. RO right here. You guys can see very similar sell-off. So a lot of the top holdings right now in ARK, they've just seen a lot of sell-off. And it happens, guys. It really does. ARKK. It happens. It really does. And how can you prepare? You can't really prepare for a crash, but what you can do is do dollar cost averaging. So what it is, it's a perfect way to invest in ETFs, especially is because you can use the volatility of ARK to your advantage. So what you do is, if let's just say you want to invest $1,000 total into ARK, instead of putting up $1,000 all up front right now, even though it's very undervalued because we've seen a lot of sell-off, what you could do is invest $100 a week or $100 a month over the next 10 weeks, 10 months, whatever you guys want to do, so you guys can get a good average price for your shares over that given period. So the beauty of it and the beauty of that strategy is, if that just say ARK continues to sell off, now what you do is you actually average down your shares. So your average share will be super low. So once the ETF recovers, which we all know it will because there is a lot of amazing holdings in this, once it recovers, you will make a lot more money because your share size is very high and your average price is very low. And the beauty of it too is, if that's just say this thing turns around and starts to climb up, you still make money because the stock value is going up and you're just using the volatility to your advantage. So I really think that this is a perfect, ETF, and it's a perfect investment for every type of investor. Not to mention, guys, yes, the performance is really good, but look at this here. You guys can see the expense ratio for this is pretty high, but you do pay for a nice performance. So 0.75, it's still under 1%, which is good. And the portfolio manager is Kathy Wood, and she is a known investor, very similar to like a Warren Buffett in his prime. So I think that she's phenomenal at what she does. She's a huge bull on Tesla, cryptocurrency, and all that stuff. And this thing isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And I really think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to hop into this thing. Not to mention, if we just look at the technical analysis alone for this chart, you guys can see we've seen a lot of buying pressure enter near this 200 moving average line, right? So you guys can see it almost taps it here. We got buying pressure. Taps it here for sure. We had this nice doji and just buying pressure ever since. So now we've seen some sell-off, right? And you see this resistance. So it came up, hit it, sold off, found some support. So stocks have a tendency to act. Stocks have tendencies to use old resistance as new support. So whether it's 106 to probably 92, we'll probably start seeing some buying pressure enter this stock. So that would be a good time to actually buy a little more than you would normally do. And this would be a good time to actually average in your shares or buy it in the first place, because you never want to buy it when it's up in here. It's very enticing because you see the growth, but you actually make more money when it sells off. So my overall opinion, I think that ARK is severely undervalued right now, especially with all the amazing holdings in this. So really, dollar cost average this thing all day long. I'm waiting for a fall to probably $91 to $92, and I'm gonna probably put like $10,000 into this thing because it's an amazing ETF, and I know it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and overall, I hope you guys got something of value, and we will see you later. Remember to stay happy, guys, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.